Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. In today's video, we'll be driving a route that changes names several times. We begin at the corner of Calliope Street and Loyola Drive, taking Loyola through the central business district. On the right is the abandoned Plaza Tower office building, which is the third tallest building in New Orleans, as well as the third tallest building in the state of Louisiana at 45 stories. Completed in 1969, the building originally contained offices with apartments on the upper floors. Lack of maintenance and exposure to toxic mold and asbestos led to the building being vacated in 2002. Several attempts have been made to bring the building back into commerce in the last decade, but it still sits empty. Directly ahead, the tall building with the clarinet painted on the side is currently a Holiday Inn, but previously this building was the downtown Howard Johnson Hotel, where on January 7, 1973, a sniper held the city hostage from the rooftop, taking out 19 people, including 10 policemen, before being killed by sharpshooters on adjacent rooftops. Here we encounter a blind man being led across the street, but we have to wonder if the man who is leading is also blind, or if the blind man is aware that his helper is leading him directly into traffic against a red light. At the corner of Tulane, Loyola Avenue becomes Elk Place, named for the benevolent and protective order of Elks Lodge that once stood just off the corner of Canal Street ahead on the left. At Canal Street, the street name changes again, and we're on Basin Street, where the turning basin of the Carondelet Canal was once located. This area is designated as the edge of the French Quarter by the City Planning Commission, although most New Orleanians consider the French Quarter to end at Rampart Street, one block to the right. On the left is St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, the burial site of Voodoo Queen Marie Laveau, and other historical notables in 18th and 19th century vaults. Directly ahead is Louis Armstrong Park and the New Orleans Municipal Auditorium. We're now in the Treme Lafitte neighborhood. Treme has been made famous by the short-lived HBO series of the same name, although most of the series was filmed in other neighborhoods in the city. At Claiborne Avenue, we pass under I-10 and the street name changes again to Orleans Avenue. Note that this is pronounced Orleans as it doesn't have the word new in front of it. This is the correct pronunciation when referring to Orleans Avenue or Orleans Parish or the Bourbon Orleans Hotel, but when saying the name of the city, it's New Orleans. Not New Orleans, not Nolans, and locals typically don't use NOLA unless it's being written as an abbreviation or being used facetiously. The only exception to this rule is when used in songs, since nothing really rhymes with New Orleans. I mean, way down yonder in New Orleans in the land of dreamy sins doesn't really work. Or maybe it does, but it changes the entire meaning of the song. At North Broad, we enter the Bayou St. John neighborhood. At Bayou St. John, we enter the City Park neighborhood, which is mostly composed of City Park and this small area just south of the park. At City Park Avenue, the road expands into a wide parkway and the street name on the northbound side changes to Marconi Drive. The southbound lanes are still called Orleans Avenue between City Park Avenue and the upcoming railroad tracks. City Park is to the right for the next 2.5 miles. At Robert E. Lee Boulevard, we enter the Lake Vista Lakeshore area, although this specific neighborhood is known as simply Lake Vista. This garden-style neighborhood has no through streets, with each interior street terminating as a cul-de-sac. Between the streets are pedestrian-only walkways which the fronts of the houses face. All of the walkways come together at the center of the neighborhood where there's a school and 2 churches. Our road trip comes to an end at the intersection of Lakeshore Drive with Lake Pontchartrain visible in front of us. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos come out, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.